What is good, everybody, and welcome back to Team COG here. And today, guys, we're coming with a post-commentary duel video featuring the new Traptrix that just received an awesome structure deck versus Labyrinth, one of the projected control decks of the format that's supposed to be really good. So to be honest with you guys, this is like, for me, watching paint dry. I hate purple cards. Every purple card I play, it's either an imperm or it's a brick. And the fact that all these decks are practically playing so many purple cards, this is going to be kind of boring for me, but you know what? I figured we'll bring a post-commentary duel video. But Traptrix player ended up normal summoning, I don't even know what that is, Mantis into Sarah, which is one of the most busted Link 1s I have ever seen in my life. Like, talk about a really insane card. But Parallax is going to fire off, which pretty much means he's going to get Rafflesia. And that's one thing cool about this Traptrix strategy is that it's kind of like a mix, right? So, like, even if he doesn't open with a bunch of purple cards, Rafflesia becomes a purple card. And Rafflesia is actually quite crazy. It makes all your Traptrix unaffected by trap effects and, like, can't be destroyed by battle card effect. It's really kind of insane. And I've had pretty good, so far, just been very fortunate with, like, testing against these matchups against my two buddies here. And I've just been able to kind of, like, open the stones or just be able to kind of, like, open just really good and be able to out-resource them. But for the most part, these decks are very, very scary. Like, even right here, setting 4. Like, this is insane. Like, this is scary. Like, I would be praying for Dust or Lightning Storm, because what these decks do is actually quite crazy, especially Labyrinth when you think about it. I don't know a lot about Labyrinth, but here is Welcome Labyrinth with Lesson Specials 1 from the deck. And this is where some crazy stuff happens. Since a normal trap is activated, the Traptrix Sarah gets to trigger and summon one from the deck. So this is probably the most interactive control deck that I even know about. I don't know what this card is he just summoned, but it's probably my favorite one. Because of just its art style. Like, this art is so beautiful. I just think that it is a beautiful. But we're going to see skill drain on resolution, Unga Boonga YuGiOh. But I think Rafflesia makes everything unaffected, which is actually insane if you think about it, because as long as Rafflesia does not use its effect to make its effect be a trap, it has that effect where all, like, Traptrix are unaffected by trap effects. So, like, that's not good. I can see, like, of course, I can see the Labyrinth player, my man Jason, thinking that would be good. But, I mean, like, who would think, like, Rafflesia could do that? Like, I had to read this card, and maybe I even read it wrong. Maybe all three of us read it wrong. We're all three idiots. I mean, like, we can't really read right. But from when I read it, it just literally says that this card literally says that Traptrix are unaffected by trap effects, which means, like, he just kind of skill drained himself in a way. But we're going to see another Welcome Labyrinth, and then what's going to happen here is we're going to have, like, kind of like a little miscommunication happen. He's my man Caleb is saying here, the Traptrix player, he's going to flip Torrential on the summon of the monster. And so there's a little bit of confusion right now, but I believe this is how this would work, if you guys know below. So he summons this monster here. He declares the effect. This is where he preemptively activated Torrential Tribute, right? Probably would have mattered. Since if he would have held on, like, he could have Labyrinth out another monster, then Torrential. But I believe since he preemptively flipped the Torrential, my man Jason has the ability here to summon out this thing. Torrential is going to resolve. The Torrential is going to end up resolving, destroying everything, and then the card he summons, its effect to add a Labyrinth monster, a Labyrinth trap card, is going to resolve because it's not going to be on field to be affected by skill drain. And as you guys would see here, he tried to flip over, and then, of course, Traptrix are unaffected by trap effects because of Rafflesia, so Torrential doesn't affect them. We're going to see, he tried to strike, but it was just like a little bit of miscommunication happening. So he's going to get the add of Big Welcome Labyrinth, I believe that's what it is, from the little level 4 fiend that he summoned because it's not on the field. If that is not correct, guys, please comment down below and let us know. Like I said, this is a testing match, so this is more like literally my man built Traptrix right here, and my buddy is still testing Labyrinth as well. So, like, and both these guys are pretty combo players, so it's actually really interesting to see this because they're both combo players playing, like, very control strategies. So it's just interesting, you know. It's a different pace, a different type of interaction. Like, I really wouldn't believe control decks like this would have this much interaction with each other. Talk about, like, a very grindy game here. Here is Big Welcome Labyrinth, I believe, which was born from the graveyard. Back out the Knighted Lady is what I'm going to call her. She's going to be Lost Wind. And see, Skill Drain right now is affecting him. Like, I think this card has, like, a protection if it wasn't Skill Drained. But Lost Wind, and we're just going to wrap it up and go into game 2. The Traptrix player being able to, like, still get his effects in the simplified game state was actually pretty big. So into that all-important game number 2. It could be either a 2-0 sweep from the Traptrix player. And you guys don't know. You guys can check the time right now and say, dang, we have quite a long time to go. But since this is literally like flip-flop, bibbity-bop, This could just be a very long game too. You don't know. No, but just got to stick around and find out. But I'd like to take this time to go ahead and thank our sponsors for the channel, Imperium Duelist. Check out their website down below. If you guys like their sleeves, their mats, I'm a huge advocate for them. Use our code COG5 to get 5% off your order down below. And yeah, other than that, if you guys are also like and subscribe, I do believe I'm going to reopen memberships here soon, since I'm actually going to be getting back into the gist of things here with uploading and to just be able to produce content a little bit more frequently than, everything happening. Life is actually kind of slowing down. We're going to see an evenly matched, talk about evenly. That structure deck that literally lets everybody get an evenly, pretty good. I need to go buy 3 of them. And I hate traps, but evenly is too good not to have for like the price that, for $10. That's just kind of crazy. I wonder maybe on TCG Player, which especially if you guys plan on buying any cards, use my TCG Player affiliate link down below as well. Give a little kickback to the channel. I would like to go on to TCG Player and see if maybe like that's the cost of the structure deck, right? Like is the evenly like worth as much as the structure? But Traptrix Sarah is going to activate, and that is going to end up doing some crazy stuff. But since a normal trap was activated, evenly matched, he gets to summon out this. I don't even know this card's name, but it is by far my favorite Labyrinth card, just for her artwork. And so this is pretty crazy right here. So we got evenly to set 2, and then this big old knighted mama's going to pop down. She's going to go to the offensive here, and I believe she's 3,000 attack, I believe. And he's going to go ahead and activate this. This is like one of the new cards. He gets to discard a card, I believe. No, he doesn't. It can activate the turn it's set, and then you discard a card. But if it's set a turn, it just summons itself like Shade Brigandine, I believe. Don't quote me on it. Like I said, I'm not too fluent with these trap trick cards or anything. But since a trap card was activated, I believe she gets the ability to chain and set a Labyrinth card from the deck. So like we're very much like now card resources. If you think about it, I think both players have like 3 cards in hand. They now have the same amount of cards on field. As far as resource goes, we're going pretty good. But I forgot the Sarah, since a trap card is like triggering. She gets to summon from the deck a Marmello, and I believe Marmello. I think that's right, Marmello. I forget. Anyway, it is a mandatory trigger, so he's going to go ahead and then chain the Dogmatic Punishment, which is being targeted by the Marmello, and to send Entis to attempt to destroy the Marmello, and then he's going to go ahead and Gravediggers the Entis effect to kind of like protect stuff. But this is right, dealing 2,000 damage to the Labyrinth player. This might actually be like the winning thing, so now resources are not so good, right? The Labyrinth player has the bigger monster. We know that he got Big Welcome Labyrinth, I believe, or another Labyrinth card, and he's getting to set 1 and special out another Knighted Mama here. So this is not looking too good for the Traptrix player, but normal summon of Dynea, I think that's what that one is. Do not quote me on it. That's going to, I truly don't know. Oh yeah, the special summons. Yeah, okay, so he's going to attempt to compulse here. I believe his own monster, right? No, he gets to compulse then chain, that's right. The one to set. So he's I think Labyrinth was just able to out-resource. Possibly, I don't know. These Traptrix cards are kind of nutty when you really stop and think about it. So maybe out-resource the Traptrix here just by being able to, like... I feel like this is where the monkey flip stuff kind of gets to be a little bit more like a Caesar from Planet of the Apes monkey. Because, like, you do have to, like, play a resource management here, especially since, like, you're drawing your disruptions. You have to, like, know when to get your disruption, have the monsters that fetch you those disruptions and stuff like that. So it's really a control match in the sense of a grind game. But I believe that we're just going to go ahead. Yep, we go ahead and defeat here the Traptrix player, realizing he's losing momentum here. Going into that all-important game number 3. And as you guys can see, if you guys are checking the time of the video, this is a very, very long Game 3. I might end up putting just elevator music on here and just literally letting it go out. But we're going to see Imperm smack that Marmello. I think that's the name. We'll call him Marshmallow. That's a good name. Marshmallow's getting smacked with an Imperm frame 1, but that's okay. It'll turn into Sarah. And then this is a new card from the structure deck. It's a quick effect special summon that lets us special summon it from the hand. And then when it special summons from the hand, it protects the back row, which is really good. Searching out that new trap hole card, which is the one that's like the Shade Brigandine, activating it, discarding evenly to special summon. Interesting that evenly is still in the... I guess maybe this is like one of the control strategies, like you side in evenlies because like a well-timed evenly can just blow out your opponent. And we're going to see a rank 4 into Rafflesia holding it down. We actually see we have 2 cards left in hand. Interesting. He didn't set it. Again, maybe this is part of the control and resource management. Firing off the Pot of Prosperity to be able to banish, I believe, 3. Did he 3? We'll find out. Or 6, I believe. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He must have banished 6. And he is going to... That's a lot of purple there. A lot of good cards. See, Strike, Punishment, Ice Dragon's Prison, Compulse, Evenly itself, and a Pot of... So we're going to grab the Evenly. Interesting. Very interesting. So frame 1, he grabs Evenly. And we're going to see a set 4 and a pass? I mean, if he has Welcome Labyrinth, that'll just grab him. And that's big Welcome Labyrinth. See, I don't even know what these cards... I don't know what these cards actually do. Big Welcome Labyrinth, a special from the graveyard and the deck. So, like, does both... I assume both traps summon from the deck? It must add it to hand. So it must add it to hand. But that's going to trigger Sarah. Sarah to summon out the Marshmallow, which is going to attempt to pop a mandatory trigger to pop. He's going to chain Punishment to... but I don't think Punishment can work. There ain't no... I think... Punishment can't work here, right? Because of the Traptrix card, the Rafflesia. Rafflesia says they can't target, if I remember correctly. Or they're just unaffected by trap effects. But I guess that doesn't prevent him from targeting, right? So, like, he can still attempt to target. It's unaffected. But I wonder if, like, the Punishment sees the attack. Because you have to send something... I don't know. Another question for you interesting people down below. I've been out of the game, just getting back into it for far too long to be honest. But he's going to send the Garuda to be able to draw a card. And to give him an extra, that's actually pretty good. I mean, if it works that way, that's really good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He's going to search for the Shadebringing Trap. He's going to go ahead and it's going to set itself. And then he's going to normal summon Mantis. See, I know Mantis. I recognize Mantis anywhere. The Mantis is going to grab the new Lady Traptrix, whatchamacallit. That is going to be able to special summon itself, quick effect, and protect the back row while it's down. But we're going to see a rank 4 into this Traptrix. Oh, I didn't even get to see the name of it. This is a newish card, I believe. At least it's new to me. I actually do not have any idea what it does. There's just a lot of Traptrix cards. Like, when you stop and think about it, Rafflesia is like the most popular. Sarah's actually probably next there. And then after that, there's like 2 or 3 more XYZs. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like 3 links, a link 2 and a link 3. Quite nuts. Big Welcome's going to come out. We're going to see a chain real quick on the Rafflesia, which is very interesting because now that's going to make its effect be the effect of what it sends. And that's going to make if he has another punishment set, that's going to make that live. But we're going to see the Floodgate Trap Hole on the summon of the Knighted Mama here. And the Knighted Mama is going to get flipped face down. And wow, okay, so that was kind of interactive. I actually totally do not know whose turn it is here. But another Knighted Mama from the hand. You can't stop the Knighted Mamas. But so that must have been his turn, and then now we're into the Labyrinth player's turn. Actually, I remember when we were playing this, so much stuff was going on during like the battle phase in one of these matches that my buddy was like, "Whose turn is it? Like what? We're like, it's your turn. You went to battle," and he's like, "Oh my god, I totally just forgot what turn it was." But the Big Mama is gonna go to the attack mode. I shouldn't say big. The Knighted Mama gonna attempt to swing into Sarah to deal damage. They can't be destroyed by battle, but I mean, like, that's a 3,000 beat stick into, so we're taking 22, which is, I mean, like, in these testing matches, we're not really holding too close to life, you know, or not life, but to time, because of the, like, it's time, right? Like, time's a bitch. We already hate time as it is. The time rules already suck, so, like, this is just for quality testing. However, ironically, you know, if you get to the point of, like, as you guys will see, we'll get to, like, a 40-minute mark. Well, I know you guys won't see, but we'll have a 40-minute mark. And technically the game should be called them, but this is for like I said, testing match. TESTING. So like, please, comment section, don't try to come unglued on these guys and in their entire careers before they even start. This is the reason I put in the title. It's testing because like people are still learning the decks and learning how to play it. We're going to see the almighty Traptrix Phantom Knights of Shadebringing activate here to be able to summon itself as a monster. That's going to trigger the Sarah. And we're going to see, they got to be something that he has a big Welcome Labyrinth. I think I've seen more Labyrinth cards flipped face up the entire game. I think that's all I've seen the Traptrix, or not the Traptrix, that's all I've seen the Labyrinth player flip. I've seen Punishment twice and 1 skill drain, but it's always been big Welcome Labyrinth or Welcome Labyrinth. I guess, like, if that's a chase card if I remember correctly for the, like, Photon Hypernova, if I remember right, the big Welcome Labyrinth, but... Oh my gosh, That thing can just set a normal trap. I totally forgot that. It can just set a normal trap. The Knighted Mama just sets a normal trap, which gets some punishment. So again, there you go. And that card is going to... How does that card get added back to the hand? Interesting. Marshmallow there is going to attempt to pop Compulse. He's going to chain Compulse. But I think that he can't, because he can't target. Oh, I guess he can target the trap monster, right? I guess so. Yeah, that must be it. And then that's big old thick mama there. She's going to get to destroy a card in hand or on field, but she can't go for the field. She goes for the hand. And we're going to see a lot more triggers, man. I don't know if I was able to keep that up correctly, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to see Gravediggers get set, which is actually kind of nice. I mean, that's a burn for 2,000. Talk about like a good card for time, right? You get call time in the round and you Gravediggers them or something like that. But that trap's going to activate again, being able to activate itself and discard to activate the turn it was set to go into a Link 3. I honestly do not know what this Link 3 does, except for it gives everything, I think, 1,000 attack, which is quite decent. I mean, like, most of these guys have really low attack, so like 1,000 boost is pretty good. But like, I don't think they did play anything that locks them into it. So Link 3 could just be like a stepstone up to like an access code or Boral Sword maybe. No, Boral Sword takes 3 monsters, but like an access code to at least pop 1 maybe. Pot of Prosperity here, so he's going to half the damage of the outgoing. But that's okay, because right now they're just trying to get into... He just banished 3 to go ahead and grab Strike. So this is not too bad. Honestly, this is not too shabby at all, I think. So he's going to go ahead and... I don't understand what gets rid of the Big Mama. Oh, that card. Yes, that card lets you attach a monster or something to it. And then, yeah. So only thing we remember, because I remember, Pepperidge Farm also remembers that the Labyrinth player has a Evenly, assuming still in his hand. So this is going to be funny. I think if the Traptrix player plays in that Evenly, the game could swing. Because right now it seems like the Traptrix player has like the entire... He's in the driver's seat right now. He has the advantage. He has the effects. Right now it doesn't seem like the Labyrinth player really has much of anything. I shouldn't say that, because he was able to set the... So he's going to activate Compulse, bouncing back his own monster. Interesting. That's actually pretty good. He's going to draw for turn. And he knows that there's a Gravediggers, and I don't know if he knows the second card set. We know that he has a punishment set, so I think this is where he just tries... Does he fire off punishment here? Can he fire off punishment? I thought Rafflesia protected all of them from... But yeah, never mind. We're playing under that. We're playing under the thought that you can still attempt to use punishment, even though they're unaffected. So if that's incorrect, this entire gameplay could be changed, but it is what it is. We're going to hit him with a Gravediggers anyway. That's going to burn him for 2,000 more. So he's taking 4,000 just by Gravediggers alone. And I believe we're going to see a quick end of battle phase movement here. A smackdown of that Evenly that the Labyrinth player added turn 1 off of his Pot of Prosperity, which that could definitely swing momentum right back into the Labyrinth play. Yep, there it is. The good old-fashioned Evenly match, saying banish everything but 1. So I believe everything's going to go except for Sarah, and he's going to keep Rafflesia. Interesting. I mean, I guess I see it. Why wouldn't you keep Sarah, then Sarah would trigger on a separate chain, right? I'm right? Like, Sarah would be able to summon from the deck. He's going to be able to ban it to set a big Welcome Labyrinth. I mean, that's... Here we go. Momentum just kind of this trap deck's able to kind of pick up some speed, I guess. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the purple cards, dude. I'm just here commentating because I feel like this would be almost watching paint dry. And the real reason I'm commentating is we had music playing. I didn't want to get copyright striked, so I figured you guys could listen to my voice and just me kind of just rambling on here about what I do not know these purple cards do. And it would be a good time. And, get some interesting commentary. So Marmello is going to come out by banishing, I believe, that Trap Hole card, which lets him special summon one from Grave. But Marmello's mandatory trigger, going to pop the Hey Welcome, or the Big Welcome that was just set. Since a normal trap was activated this turn, the Knighted Mama is going to be able to come down. We're going to see a chain of the Rafflesia to the Knighted Mama to send the Floodgate Trap Hole. So it'll just flip it face down when it summons itself. And so we see it summon. The Trap Hole activates. I believe you can chain the he can chain the trap card in his hand, or you can chain the trap in the graveyard, I believe. And this is actually something I totally forgot. We're discussing it here. I should have cut this out, but it's too late because I'm already doing the commentary. So there was a question, if he could chain the Big Welcome Labyrinth, could it trigger the, like, so it'd be summon, effect Rafflesia on the summon to send Floodgate, chain Big Welcome, then chain the Knighted Mama to it, but it doesn't work that way because that's not an activating effect. That's not an activating trap card. It's a trap effect engrave, so it would not get the ability to set a card, which is okay. I think we play it correctly here. See, like, all these rules pop up, man, and like I've been out of the loop for at least like a solid 2 months or something like that. So my man Jason here is going to pop on and check it out here to confirm that if it can, you know, it can chain to its own effect. So I believe we just continue on. I think, you know what, actually, 1 second, guys. Okay, so we went ahead and played it like this. So in response to the Rafflesia attempting to book the Knighted Mama here, he's going to chain the Welcome Labyrinth to bounce back the Knighted Mama. Come to find out, we were correct. You know, you cannot get a set a card because of it's a trap effect, not trap activating. So yeah, so yeah, there we go. We're gonna see. I'm set 1, and there comes Sarah again. My goodness. Then the Traptrix field spell, Traptrick Garden, I believe is what it is, right? Not Traptrix, but Traptrick. Gives them an additional normal summon and protection from battle, which is really interesting, which is pretty decent, I'd say. Then we're gonna get that's Manta. No, it's Dianea. I forget what it is, but we're gonna get to set another Gravediggers, which is actually kind of insane. That Gravediggers can, like, I think he's Gravediggers like 2 times, so like maybe like if he Gravediggers technically 2 more times, it's game over, which is kind of I don't think it'll happen. In fact, I know it doesn't happen, but like just kind of think about that. Like the Traptrix can just keep using the dang Gravediggers over and over and over. It just possibly means they could just burn the entire game away because all it takes is four of them. But here comes the Marmello, being able to pop the Gozen. We're gonna get to see. I have no clue what that card is, but it must be a normal trap or a trap hole. And he's going to set it. I actually know what it is. I don't know what trap hole. It lets you destroy a card or something like that. And we look at him looking at the Link 2. The first time the Link 2 we'll get to see Link 2 in this match. If we actually get to see the Link 3, that's kind of cool. I know this Traptrix this Link 2 is kind of older. It's not brand new. I don't even actually know what it does, to be honest with you. I don't even. All I know is what Sarah does. I mean, cut me some slack. I think that's just how it is, right? But anyway, I think that's, you know, momentum swung right back into the Traptrix player's hand. Like maybe this is why Traptrix is really good, because of its like recovery is pretty good. He's going to go quick effect, be able to summon out that thing to protect his back row from being destroyed. So it kind of solidifies the back row too, but dang. I don't know what the Labyrinth player can actually do. What can Jason do? Check in the graveyard? I don't think there's much of anything, actually, but if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to give a like, comment, and subscribe. And I think this is going to wrap up the match here. You guys have a wonderful night tonight.